Hey everybody, Dude Souls here, and welcome back to another episode of Mother Encore. Last episode, we explored the Magicant area, talked to Queen Mary, went to the fountain, all that stuff, got a flying man, and now we're going to start to head out of Magicant. Welcome to the Magicant Underground. So, we're going to start off by being immediately introduced to this dungeon's gimmick, smacking these little clam button things to cause platforms to spawn. Let's just go ahead and fight this Watcher while I explain a little more about the Flying Man. There are 5 Flying Men in that house, so if your Flying Man dies, you can get a new one. But there are a couple of ways to restore your Flying Man's HP. One of the ways is heading back to the... Ooh, I might want to get that. Is heading back to the fountain. Alright, we just got a Recollection Bell. Confusion is a status ailment that you'll have to deal with in this dungeon, so I am going to pick that up. Alright, continuing to head down. We have these ledges that we can hop on. Another Watcher right here. A lot of the enemies here are mostly just Watchers, so it's pretty easy down here. In the original Mother, there was a lot more enemy variety, and this dungeon was overall very different in the original Mother. It functioned more of a maze, and no platform or thing that we could trigger right here. It functioned mostly as a maze with a couple of dead ends and different paths to take. But here it is definitely a little simpler to get through. Alright, continuing across here. Jumping to this ledge, we have a new enemy. This is called a Groucho. So you can fight this like a normal enemy, but if you don't attack, it'll say hello and just walk away. Yeah, you can solve that non-violently, and it will give you experience. I'm pretty sure there is supposed to be some funny dialogue that goes along with that, but it was bugged out in the current version that I'm playing. We got an HP capsule there. Yeah, the dialogue that goes along with the Grouchos isn't present in this version of the game, but in future hotfixes it is fixed. I'm not playing on future updates because I already started the update here and I don't want my save data to get messed up. I don't even know if it will get messed up, but honestly, I don't feel like risking it at this point. Heading south, there's this way over here and a platform right here, another Groucho. I think it's fun how the optimal way to fight... Really, man? To fight these guys is to just let them be? I mean, sometimes they won't. Sometimes you're not able to, get a break from them. But you know what? That's Flying Man's job to mess them up. It's not like we can use any of our special attacks anyways. Okay, Flying Man took it out. And we get 50 experience. So you do get more experience from just letting the Groucho go. Got a Recollection Bell from there. And we hit this orb. And it changes which paths are available. If an orb isn't in a clamshell, then it will still be accessible to hit if you ever want to change the paths that are available to you. So let's head down here. We see another Watcher right in our way. We got a Recollection Bell, but we can't carry any more stuff. I'm gonna just let that be for now. And there is this other area that we can't really access right now. So we're just gonna keep that in mind for much later down the line. Same with this other path that leads up there. A couple more Watchers down here. I'm gonna defend so I can get a curveball. Okay, I don't need to get a curveball because there's only one Watcher. Another smash attack. Okay. Dang, can I have luck like this when I'm fighting a boss, please? All right, we learned Life Up Beta. Got another Recollection Bell. Can I use it? Yeah, I'll use a Magic Herb. Get a Recollection Bell. PSI Life Up Beta. Restores about 120 HP to one ally. So basically, it's a full heal. And right here we have a phone. Picked up the shell phone. And it calls Jackie from Magicant. I'm the mysterious mimicker. Do you want to hear my impression? Yeah, it's another save point right here. Good luck with your adventure and whatnot. Alright, heading south from Jackie. Still a lot more of these crystals and channels that we can't really go around. Another Groucho right there. I'm just gonna keep defending on you. Yep, see? Easy as that. And that's a free 100 experience. 2 watchers right there, ambushing us as well. 1 curveball takes them out. That's a lie, I smacked them both with a baseball bat. Alright, another recollection bell. I'm gonna use a hamburger to grab that. Am I gonna throw it away? A magic herb. That only heals 40, so I don't think it's really worth it to throw anything away right now. I have 4 recollection bells, actually. You know what? No, I have the big bag. I'm fine. Alright, heading over here, there's this ladder downwards. An extremely long ladder downwards, long enough to where the music fades out. Let's hit this clam. And also do pay attention to how the stones, the stepping stones down here, continue to carry the XX motif from the rest of Magicant. Down here, the dragon slumbers. It seems to be guarding something. Challenge the dragon? An intense psychic power short of waking the dragon. Mother, oh mother, if only once more, I dream to play with you again. This dragon here is being saved for a future act of Mother Encore. In the original version of Mother, the dragon is one of the main story bosses. You encounter it early on in the game in this state, but you can't wake it up until you hit level 25, and it is best saved for later. Right now we are level 18, which is kind of about where you're expected to be in the original Mother, maybe lower, like level 15-ish. But even if Nintendo is level 25, you can't wake the dragon. You can't just smack it either. So this is something that's going to be saved for a future act of Mother Encore. And remember those other paths that we couldn't exactly access? Yeah, those are still inaccessible in Act 2. I did mention several times how we are going to eventually return to Magicant, and this is just an example of what we are going to encounter when we come back here. Technically, you can get out of bounds and get into some inaccessible areas using an ability that you'll find later in this chapter, but that will only contain dummy empty test rooms. Despite not having a dragon boss fight here, you still get a save point and a heal point, so it's still definitely setting this up. I'm only wondering how long is it actually going to take until we fight this guy, because when we beat him, we'll definitely be able to access the inaccessible parts. Anyways, I'm going to meet you guys back up at the rest of the Magicant Underground. Alright, heading up from the ladder where we find the dragon. Well, first we're going to ignore the shiny object over there, and we find a recollection bell. We already have 4 of them, we're good. Ooh, special shiny object. Am I fully healed? Yes, I am. I used the T. Nintendo got the Onyx Hook. The Onyx Hook is an item that can teleport you instantly from anywhere in the world back to Magicant. Thief! That's me, treasure! I've spent ages looking for it. Give it back. Give back me booty this instant, I say. Not in this game. No Onyx Hook for you, Nintendo. Oh, me barnacles. It'll take me days, maybe even years to find it. Ugh,
You're gonna get it now, lad. I'm the guardian of these depths. I'll make you walk the plank, ya hear?
The boss fight of the first visit into the Magicant Underground is the fish. The fish is the guardian of the Onyx Hook, which is inaccessible as of right now. This is an optional boss in the original Mother. And yeah, it is made into a mandatory requirement to... Okay, I was hoping he wouldn't die there. Oh, smash attack, good. Yeah, it is mandatory to fight the fish in this game. I'm going to cast Darkness. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's why we need the recollection bells. Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna pause a bit so I can actually talk about the fish. I'm gonna pause right here so I can talk more about the fish. The boss theme that's playing is a remix of the Sanctuary Guardian theme from Earthbound, which is kind of the main boss theme of the game. So that theme itself is a remix of Battle Against a Dangerous Foe, so kind of a full circle moment right there.
Hey, you're looking real rusty, lad. Did your mommy forget to teach you how to do an encore?
Name drop.
I feel bad wailing on you, so let me even the playing field. You see that long bar at the bottom of your screen? Once you get 4 pointers, it'll glow like gold. That's your opportunity to perform an encore. Just imagine a sort of C key when you're doing an action.
This is a mechanic that I said last episode that I would leave you in the dark about. We press C as we attack. You can act twice in one turn if you have 4 skill points. If it's gonna do a repeated attack against us, then we are going to do a repeated attack against him. Alright, Flying Man attacks. So this is a way to squeeze a lot of extra utility out of your skill points. Defend just got a whole lot better from this. And if you save up enough, I've done strike, I spend 3 on a strike, spend 4 to get an encore, and then spend another 3 on another strike. So yeah, the skill ceiling just went way up. I'm gonna use a life up here. Flying Man took the hit. I still can't believe the Flying Man's not dead yet. Alright, use life up alpha. 69, nice. Alright, I'm gonna defend right here. Flying Man took... Oh, the light faded from Flying Man's eyes. If a Flying Man dies, you can head back to the Flying Man house to get a new one, and a gravestone will be placed outside of the Flying Man's house, each one having a different piece of text depending on like how many are dead, each one of them getting a little bit sadder. I'll flash the text on the screen from the original Mother game, but I don't think it's changed in this version. Alright, so now we have a lot of skill points, so I'm going to use Strike. Alright, it attacks us, that's enough to trigger an Encore. Then we get to do another action to get even more damage in. Alright, continuous attack. Defend again. I'm going to keep defending until I get up to a full skill bar. Okay, I'm going to use Betting 1,000. Felt a surge of confidence, and then I'm going to strike. Yeah, see? Increased damage from there, and I really need to heal. Let's use that life up beta. Mortal damage. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh my god, I saved myself from 1 HP. That was way too risky. That was way too risky. That was way too risky. You know what? We make it through. We make it through. We make it through. You could use... I tried using an Encore attack when I was not recording, just so I could see if I can access it before you're given the formal tutorial on it, and yes, you can. So if you're replaying this, then you will have a bit of an easier time. Keep smashing. Alright, let's use Strike. And I'm just going to use another life up alpha just to be safe. I probably should have used a lot of buffing PSI. I guess I just forgot about that. Alright, Strike. Come on. You have to be close, right? Okay. As I said, you have to be close. And I'm pretty sure encores can still happen when you're confused, but from that, we get 320 experience and a PSI stone. Our second PSI stone. I can't swim!
Next time we cross paths, I'll make the chum out of ya.
Yeah, whatever. You can't even swim. I'm standing behind the fish. I'm a forgotten man. I'm not really here. You didn't have to notice me. Please ignore me. I'm a man who does not exist. You talk so kindly, I don't know what to do. If I miss people, I cannot live alone anymore. My conversation is always a monologue. I've been alone from the moment I was born. Lucky, unlucky, it makes no difference to me. Sometimes, even breathing becomes too much. Why do you insist on talking to me? Are you a forgotten man too? No, that's right. That is right, right? Go ahead, ignore me, like everyone else.
No!
I'm a forgotten man, I'm not really here. You didn't have to notice me. Please ignore me. I'm a man who does not exist. Oh, do I need to cycle through the dialogue again? I think I need to cycle through the dialogue again. You need to do this to go through this. Don't give me that garbage. I know there's a girl waiting for you, just leave me alone. No. If you ignore him, he just ceases to exist. Going through the Forgotten Man's doorway, we exit Magicant into a cavern that looks pretty much like what we came through earlier. After a relatively short dungeon, don't worry, we'll get back there in years. But we end up somewhere that is absolutely not Podunk. Next time on Mother Encore, we see where we lie on the other side of Magicant. See you guys then.